Korean series Teach You a Lesson has a premise that's hard to resist. In schools where bullies wreak havoc, the Educational Rights Protection Bureau swoops in to restore order. Part action, part social commentary, it's the kind of show meant to spark conversations. So much so that it's shot straight to the top of the Netflix global charts for non-English series. With 6.4 million views this week, Teach You a Lesson is also the #1 show in 10 countries. Could this mean we're getting a follow-up? Here's what we know so far. Teach You a Lesson. Season 2 release date. At the time of writing, there's no official news available about a potential Teach You a Lesson Season 2. The title is listed as a limited series on Netflix, and Korean shows rarely get sequels. That said, you never know. Teach You a Lesson is growing in popularity. If it becomes a global phenomenon, a second season is never out of the question. What is Teach You a Lesson about? Teach You a Lesson imagines a near-future Korea where escalating school violence has pushed the government to create a special agency called the Educational Rights Protection Bureau, ERPB. The story centers on Na Hwa-jin, a feared ERPB inspector who is dispatched to schools where traditional authority is broken down. Alongside his team, he investigates cases involving violent bullies, corrupt administrators, abusive parents, online harassment, and student crime. He is willing to use aggressive tactics to restore order. If you ever wished bullies would receive what they dish out, Teach You a Lesson can be quite cathartic. However, that might also make it divisive. The show was inspired by the popular webtoon Get Schooled, which attracted controversy. For now, the adaptation seems to be predominantly well-received by critics and the audience alike, with many viewers praising it for its escapist nature. While Teach You a Lesson. Season 2 is unlikely for now. Good word of mouth and solid viewership might convince the powers that be to continue the series. Given the show's premise, we're sure there are more stories to tell. Are there other shows like Teach You a Lesson? If you enjoyed Teach You a Lesson, check out the other Korean content streaming on Netflix. Recent additions include The Wonderfuls, My Royal Nemesis, If Wishes Could Kill, Sold Out on You, Phantom Lawyer, and Boyfriend on Demand.